Imagine sitting down with a buddy who keeps saying, "I saved so many people," or "Make sure you're saved," tossing around born again like it's a badge. You've probably heard it. Christians claiming they're locked in, born again, safe because of some prayer they said.
But hold up. Does that match what the Bible actually lays out?
The truth is, no one's saved anything yet, because the real deal of salvation has a specific time that's still ahead, not a done deal today. Same goes for being born again and that new covenant idea. There's a timing to it that gets overlooked. And here's the kicker. The Bible doesn't promise a thing to Christians as a religion. Jesus didn't start a club called Christianity. His early followers were known as followers of the way, Israelites, Judeans, Nazarenes, or just the congregation. Even Judaism wasn't the religion of the Israelites back in the day. The scriptures aren't about building a religion. They're about shaping a nation, a people set apart for God. Let's start with this saved talk. People throw that word around like it's a ticket punched. But Scripture paints a different picture. It's not about a moment you claim. It's a future hope tied to enduring faithfully. Think about it. The day you're truly saved is when you stand before God, judged by what you've done, and your name's in the book of life. Revelation chapter 20, verse 15 hints at it. The final judgment where only those written in are spared the fire. Paul says in Romans chapter 5, verse 9, that we'll be saved from wrath through Jesus. But that's looking forward, not a done deal now. It's about holding steady. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18 calls the message of the cross foolishness to those perishing. But to us being saved, it's power, implying a process. So when Christians brag about saving others or being saved, they're missing the mark. It's not their call to make, it's God's at the right time. Same deal with born again. Folks act like it's a one-time altar call, but the Bible ties it to a transformation that happens later. Jesus tells Nicodemus in John chapter 3, verse 5, "You must be born of water and the Spirit to enter the kingdom." Water as baptism, Spirit as that future renewal. It's not now. It's when the dead rise or the living are changed at His return. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 52. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. That's the birth into immortality, not a feeling you get today. The new covenant? Same thing. It's promised for a restored Israel and grafted in believers, but it's fulfilled when Jesus returns, not in some church service. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31 talks about a new covenant with the house of Israel and Judah, writing the law on hearts. And Hebrews chapter 8, verse 13 says the old is vanishing, but the new's full arrival waits for the kingdom. Here's where it gets wild. The Bible doesn't even address Christians with promises. Jesus didn't come to start a religion called Christianity. Acts chapter 11, verse 26 says disciples were first called Christians at Antioch, but that was a label, not a movement. They were followers of the way. Acts chapter 9, verse 2. Paul sought them out as the way. They were Israelites, Judeans, Nazarenes, or the congregation. Acts chapter 24, verse 5 calls Paul a ringleader of the Nazarene sect. Judaism? That wasn't the Israelites' religion either. Exodus chapter 19, verse 6 calls them a kingdom of priests and an holy nation, built on covenant, not rituals. The scriptures aren't about founding a faith club. They're crafting a people, a nation in God's image, living His ways to dwell with Him forever in the New Jerusalem. So why the disconnect? Christians think they've got an easy path because of Jesus, skipping the struggle others face to enter the kingdom through tribulation. But Matthew chapter 7, verse 14 says, "Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it." God and Jesus don't change. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. Jesus Christ the same yesterday and today and forever. The same standards apply. Obedience, not a special pass. This hypocrisy, thinking they're exempt, lands them with liars and idolaters. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5 warns, "Having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away." They shoot themselves in the foot, rejecting the law that defines sin. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, "Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. Jesus came to free us from sin's bondage, not keep us in it. Romans chapter 6, verse 6. That our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed. What's the takeaway? Obedience is the baseline of faith. Keeping the law shows love for God. Works flow from that belief, but not keeping the law keeps you out, not good deeds. Live like Jesus, the way, the truth, the law made flesh, John chapter 1, verse 14. The life, John chapter 14, verse 6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. That's the path to the kingdom, not a fluffy escape. Check your walk. Don't be a liar claiming what you don't live.